Kia ora. This is our last newsletter for 2022. It's been an amazing, incredible year to get to this point. So, here is a very quick recap for you on what's happening in the immigration space. A lot more has been detailed in the newsletter, but this is a very quick summary for you. The biggest news of all is the partner work rights that were meant to be removed from December onwards. The minister, the government, have decided to push this out to April next year. For those of you that don't quite know what this means, it is really important that you know the implications of this on your business and your candidates. This means that anybody that was looking at coming to New Zealand and they were not in the green list or not in 200% median wage, their partners would only be able to come to New Zealand on visitor visas and not work rights. A huge hue and cry from the industry, and there was a lot of pushback. And the minister has pushed this out to April next year. These changes will happen in some form or the other. So it is very important that you understand what that means for you. We do have a quick article on what these changes mean. And so I think it would be really good to have a quick read of that in your tea time. The other big one that was announced just recently is that when you have migrants on accredited employer work visas, they can now apply for variation. So they can move between employers and they can also move between locations. However, the employers that they are moving to will also need to be accredited, and they will also need to have job checks that are done for that. But yeah, so if you are looking at bringing a migrant into your business and that migrant is working with another business in New Zealand and they've got an accredited employer work visa, now there are options for you. A very quick recap on some stats. So as of 19th of November, there should be new stats coming out, but because our newsletter comes up now, the latest stats were from 19th of November. There's just under 15,000 businesses that have been accredited in New Zealand. This number is much, much lower than what the cabinet had predicted, but we've still got roughly about 6 more months before the entire year finishes of the accreditation cycle. So it'll be interesting to see what that number gets to. There were 3 applications declined. So out of the 15,000, overall, it is moving pretty swiftly and quickly. There were again just under 15,000, that's 14,557 job checks that were approved. That equate to obviously a lot more jobs, out of which about 11 were declined by immigration. So overall, that is working really well as well. The job checks are moving quickly. Compared to about 12,000 accredited employer work visas that have been issued, and we don't have the exact stats on how many have actually made to New Zealand, but you can see that the wheels are in motion and everything is moving, out of which 35 accredited employer work visas have been declined. I think just before I wrap this up, it is really important to let you know what we are hearing from employers. And if you are one of those, then I suggest that you have a chat with us. We are hearing from employers that a lot of their candidates are getting tokens. A token is something that is issued after a job check is approved. So the employers are getting the job checks approved, they're issuing the tokens to the candidates. And because the candidates are managing their own immigration processes, the employers have no visibility as to where that work visa application is, if they've submitted, haven't submitted, waiting for immigration, or if the candidate has completely lost interest in coming to New Zealand. So that is something that we are hearing quite a lot since the last month and a bit from employers that are quite heavily into recruiting immigration partners. You will find a whole lot more articles in this newsletter, but I do want to take a quick moment to wish you all a very happy new year, a Merry Christmas. I hope you can take some time to enjoy with your whānau, with your families, with your friends. I can tell you for a fact that I am so looking forward to not putting on makeup and just chilling with the kids and the dog and swimming and enjoying the drinks and the sun. So I really do look forward to connecting with you all in the next year. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next year.